So for the last four, we're going to be testing the primary meridians that move through the torso. And the first, which is going to assess the spleen and the stomach on the anterior aspect of the body, is simple extension. So we're going to support the patient's low back and have them look up towards the sky. All right. And that's pretty good. All right. Any discomfort there?
Lower back.
Low back. Okay. So we'll get to this later on in the course. So sometimes in a particular stretch that puts tension on the meridians that we're assessing, the patient may actually feel it somewhere else. And so we'll cover that as well. So one more time, one more stretch. And then look up. There we go. And then back up. Any discomfort in the front?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Where did you feel it?
Mostly right.
Okay, right along the stomach primary channel. All right, and so the next one we're going to test and stretch the kidney and bladder channels. So let's have you bend over at the waist and touch your toes if you can. All right. Any discomfort back there?
Yeah, definitely in the back.
Okay, so you want to check in with the patient to make sure they're experiencing if they are experiencing any discomfort, you want to stop the movement about where they feel it, so we don't want to aggravate anything. So let's have you gently do that again, one more time. I like to repeat it sometimes. And go slowly, and then just show me right at the point where you feel the discomfort.
Right about there.
Right there, okay, stop. And then we'll come up a little bit. And now we're going to test a little bit of an oblique movement. And then you're going to touch towards your right toes, actually with both hands. Yeah, okay. And then come back up. And then touch the left toe with both hands. There we go. And then come back up. And you can actually do this with all the movements that we've covered thus far. So again, in the beginning with the extension of the head, you can also have them obliquely move to the left and the right, as well as the wrists and the arms as well. Okay? All right, so that assesses the bladder and kidney primary meridians, as well obviously as the governing vessel. So the next two torso movements we will assess will involve the liver meridian and the gallbladder meridian. The first will be lateral flexion. So simply have the patient put their hand at their sides and keeping their torso straight, have them bring their arm down to stretch the side as far as is comfortable, no further. All right, and then try the other side. Okay, good, good. All right, bring it back up. Okay, so that's lateral flexion, and that will involve the liver, the gallbladder, as well as the Dai Mai. And the next one will also involve those three meridians, and this is simply rotation. So keeping the feet planted, and at the waist, simply have the patient twist as far as is comfortable, and then back the other way. Any discomfort there?
Yeah, look for the obliques.
Okay. Interestingly enough, and you'll learn this more in the course, the internal oblique is, the motor point is liver 13, and the motor point for the external obliques is gallbladder 26. So you can see how this natural movement would stretch and put stress on these two meridians, as well as the Dai Mai, which of course goes through and shares points with the gallbladder meridian.